Hi everyone, welcome back to Dragon Eye Creations. If you're new here, my name is Laurel and I love to create. I create all kinds of things, and today I wanted to do something a little different for you. So we had some fun and made this Halloween wreath. It is so fun. I love this little guy with his top hat. He's all ready to have a good time. So I hope you are too, because we're going to get started right now and I'll show you guys how you can make your own fun Halloween wreath. We're going to start with our polymer clay and press that into this ice cube tray mold I got at Dollarama. It is skull shaped, and then we're going to bake those at 130 degrees for 30 minutes. Next I'm going to take some pipe cleaners and I'm just going to hot glue those and roll them up in this minky fabric. I've got a bright orange, a bright green, and a bright purple that I'm using. I just decided to roll them up, I don't know, just to give it a little something of a different look. And I wanted something bigger than just the pipe cleaners. So I did 3 in each of the colors here. Just hot gluing and rolling, and then trim off your extra. Next, we're just going to wrap them around. This is a skewer I used. I also used a marker. You can use whatever you want, whatever works for you. And then I'm just going to take a tool and just bend those ends in so they're not sticking out. And then we've got these nice little coily spiral pieces, just something different. Now these are all cooled, so we're going to take them out, and I have a half a cup of little cup of water here. I'm going to add some black color shift paint, some dark brown paint, mix it up, and then we're just going to give it a wash over our skulls, just to kind of bring out the texture, make them look a little more worn. Next, we will take our feather boas. I ended up using about 5 of these. This does get messy, let me tell you. So we're just going to go through the loop on the end and wrap it around that wire. Next, we're going to weave it up and down through those wires like a basket, kind of, and just go up one, down the other, and then pull it through. And then wrap it around and do the same thing again. And we're just going to go back and forth doing that all the way until we get to the end of our boa. Like I said, this does get messy. And now we're at the end, so I'm just going to take our next one and wrap it through that loop. And that's how we are going to attach it. They all have those loops on the end, so we're just going to attach it through the loop there, pull it snug, and then continue our weaving and destroying our room here. Next, to end it off, I just took a pipe cleaner and I cut it quite short. Just grabbed the end of it and twisted it on there. You can't see it with all of this black fluff anyway. So next I just took some ribbons. So I grabbed all my different scrap ribbons, whatever I had in the same color scheme. I did have a little bit of this black and white checked as well. And now I'm just cutting them all into strips. They're all about 7 to 8 inches. All different lengths and sizes. We want it to vary. And then I just grab them in bundles of about 4 or 5 ribbons. Random colors and sizes here. Take a pipe cleaner, wrap it around. Grab one of our awesome coil pieces and attach that to it. And then with our pipe cleaner, we're going to attach it right to our wires here of our wreath. Now make sure you wrap it around more than just one wire or it's going to slide all over. I like to try to wrap it around at least 2. And then you just twist at the end and tuck in your pieces. And then just kind of fluff out your ribbon. And then we're going to do that 7 more times. Grabbing our little bundles and twisting them on. You can give it a little twist there first before you attach it. That kind of helps keep it together if you want. And then afterwards, just retouch those little coils if you want. Fluffing them all out. Next, I'm trying to position where we're going to put our little skeleton guy and our skulls. I decided it needed something else, so I took this white ribbon and I'm just going to kind of weave it all over the place, but all the way around. Just attach it with a clip at the back to hold it at first. But I'm just going to leave like these little bubbles kind of when I weave it in and out. So just hold it there and leave like yourself a little bubble of it. And then back up again. Make yourself a little bubble. and do the same thing until you get to the end. And then I just hot glued the end right to it there. That was the best way to attach it, I thought. And then I did the same thing with this orange ribbon. It is a little bit thinner, but I just did the exact same thing, just kind of wrapped it randomly. For that one I did have a long enough piece that I just tied it at the back. And that worked great. Let's just adding some more color to it. Now we're going to work on our top hat for our skeleton guy. So I just took these mini solo cups that you can get at the dollar store. And I'm just going to cut it right where that first ridge is on it. And I did that to 2 cups. And then we're going to attach them together with some hot glue. Just like that. And now we're going to trace one of those cups onto this cardstock. And I'm just going to cut out this circle here. And this is just going to top off our hat here. Just glue that right on there. And now I cut out a bigger circle. This is a 3-inch diameter circle. I'm going to poke a hole in the center and cut out 4 little pie shapes, making sure they'll fit inside our cup. And just fold those all back. And then I kind of curved up the sides of the hat and curved down the front and the back. Next I cut out about a 4-inch diameter circle of this black minky material, and I'm just going to hot glue that by folding the edges all around that cardstock piece we have. And just tack it all the way around. And then we're going to have to poke a hole and do our same little pie shapes. And then we're going to tack those all down. First the cardstock and then the black fabric. And next I cut out another 4-inch circle of purple, and I'm going to just hem the edges with some hot glue. Just hot gluing all the way around and tacking it down. And then we're going to hot glue that circle right onto our other black circle here. And then yes, we have to do some more little pie shapes in the middle and just tack those down with some hot glue as well. Next, I'm measuring out how wide of a piece of fabric I need to wrap around our cup, and a circle for the top, just tracing it out again, and then we're just going to hot glue that down right onto our cup, folding the edges down around that ridge. And next we're going to take our piece of fabric that we cut, and we're just going to hem down the one side here, the long side, just this will be the top part. And then a strip of glue right around the end. Attach that right to our cup, just under that ridge. And then I put glue just along the top of the cup. And just pull it tight. And then pull it tight again, tacking it down all inside the bottom of the cup. And get your end pieces tacked down. And then I just trimmed off the extra, tacking it in underneath. And then just hot gluing it in there. And then I took for the band around the hat, I just took the strip of black minky and hot glued one end down and then the other so they met in the middle. And we're just going to wrap that right around our hat. First we'll just glue down the top to the bottom. I did pinch the back. I decided it wasn't quite snug around the middle good, so I just pinched that at the back. You're not going to see the back of the hat at all anyway. So we're just going to glue our strip here that we made right around there, just attaching it at the back and then cutting off your extra again. Next, to decorate it, I just took a couple of little white pipe cleaners that I cut here, and we're just going to make little spirals with those as well. I like spirals today. And then we're going to make another one just a little bit smaller. And I took this bright green paper flower I have, and then we're just going to hot glue it right to his head. Press it right on there. Next, to attach our clay skulls, I took some E6000 right in the middle and hot glue around the outside, and then just pressed firmly, trying to attach it to the ribbons and stuff as well, so it's not just to the feathers. Next, I took these orange blinky Halloween lights I got at Dollarama, and I just wove that in and around the same way we did our other ribbons. all the way to the end. And for the end piece, you can just kind of leave it poking out because it ends with a little light anyway. And then I hot glued the battery pack right to the bottom at the back, so you can't see it at all. And just fluff up your lights. And then I just hot glued our guy right to the bottom. I did add a little E6000 as well. And I'm just going to sit him right into the bottom, press him down. Hot glued his one hand up onto his hat, his other one onto his knee. Little hot glue on the back of his hat to attach it to the wreath. And then I decided to add these pink and white paper flowers as well, just for a little something different for it. I next took this green satin ribbon and a black ribbon, and we're going to just make a simple bow for the bottom. I am not a bow maker at all, but we're just going to make a simple one here. I just put 2 skewers into a piece of green foam and wrap it around that to hold it for me. And pull it tight. And I'm just going to attach that right to the bottom of our wreath here. We'll work on my bow making skills maybe. Well, there he is. We're all done. Our room is full of feathers, but we have completed our Halloween wreath. Well, there he is. Our guy's all done. We've made quite the mess, but he looks pretty good. I'm happy with how he turned out. Please let me know in the comments what you think. This is a little something different than I normally do on the channel, so let me know your thoughts. Would love to hear from you guys. And until next time when we have a new wonderful creation, love to all. Have a great day.